Morning, everybody. Hope you're all well today. Shane Carlisle here, Smart Money Trading. Basically, what I'm going to try and do is get a pre-market setup done on whatever pairs I'm looking at this week, and then an aftermarket. Once everything's happened and all the moves have done and the market's calmed down, then I'm going to upload what's happened through the day, so you can see results, previous results. Okay, so let me jump in. Okay, I'll start at the top. I've moved everything this morning, so it's a little bit easier. Okay, so we have a look at yesterday first, which I showed on the pre-market last night. If you want to go back and have a nosy at that, but there was in total we had 50% growth over the 6 pairs with 2 losses, which is really good, to be fair. I managed to take 10% out yesterday, but lost 2, so that's 7.9 I ended up on. Okay, so the GU today, we've just about to come out, or we've just come out of the next candle will take me out of my 18 bar range. Now we come back, we've took these orders back that was up here from yesterday. We are, let me just, that doesn't need to be there anymore. Always get rid of the things that have touched, created. There's one down here that hasn't touched. I've got the stop loss set there, so I'm possibly looking for a reversal. But anyway, today we're still trending down. We've not broke this previous high here, so we've not broke the external structure as such. Let's just have a quick look what they are. That can go too far away from that now. I'll come back to that in a bit. I think that's my fib line. Let's just have a quick look. Yeah, that's the halfway mark for the fib. So as you can see, GUs, it's broke this structure here. So to me, that means we're changing, looking for something down here. So we took all this structure out. Yes, we have just broke this structure, but that could just be an internal break to get these back. So I'm possibly looking today for another drop. Could possibly go to, it's all probability, but that's the low from yesterday. And if you I've drilled into the 5-minute and there's a 5-minute bankers there. What I'd possibly look to do with my stop loss, because that is rules, obviously above the wick of the candle, but what I'd possibly look to do with that one is just cover the wick from the previous high. Gives me a 13-14 pip stop loss. It's possible 1 to 7 on the GU today. Then we've got GA. Okay, so we actually broke under the monthly low just at the end of last night. We've retested up and now we're retesting under it. So we're in new price line now. I'd still be looking for sells, even though we have had that break. We broke again, so I'd still be in the sell mode just until this breaks. Once this breaks, then you're looking for a swing to the other side. I mean, we broke there, but then we immediately I'll sort of talk that in a bit. Yeah, we broke it, but then we immediately come back down to get these orders. So I'd still stay in, I'd still stay in sell mode. There's a nice big bankers move there. I've actually gone in to the 5 minute to get a little bit of a tighter entry because it did have a 70 pip stop loss. So I thought I'd go in and see if I could find something a little bit higher and more defined, which I did. A possible 1 to 6, the G card. Okay, so we're still coming down on the monthly. Same sort of scenario. We broke the internal structure, but not the external structure. So I'd still be in sell mode as it's broke that, which gives you that as an area. But now it's recovered them straight away after the break. And then we'd be in sell mode, so you wouldn't be looking for a buy, but you could have possibly got a little number out of that if you a bit quick with your fingers. But if I'm going in one direction, I'm only looking for one buy or a sell. If I'm, you know, everybody knows, if you're going down, you're looking for a sell. Yeah, possible 1 to 6 on there. We are just consolidating in the 18 bar range at the moment. But this is where most of the setups happen. 18 bar range and on the run up to New York. That's the sort of start of New York. I have like a pre and then an open, just so it gives me the pre run up. So I've got the pre, the London, pre run up, and then the Sydney Asia. But most of the stuff happens around here. So we get nice setup in the morning, like see this. Possible 1 to 6 on the GCAD this morning. The GJ. Now that is flipped. So I'm looking for sells on that now. We broke all this structure. Let me go back and show you. Broke that last night, which has took me down here now. We've got a nice setup there. That one has been taken back. There's this up here, but that was the original push to break the trend from the monthly. And now we've broke the structure down here. We've broke this structure here because we was in a bit of a decisive area the past couple of days because we were floating. We broke that structure, but we've not come back. Even though it broke it, doesn't come back every time. But it has to come back because they need them orders to make the move down here. They've put a lot of money into the market there to make that move happen. They're not just going to leave it sat there. They have to come for that order. Could be today, tomorrow, end of the month, beginning of next month. We don't know. But as traders, we know they have to come and get that money. They could initially leave a big push like that because they are going to come back here at one point. I mean, you could say that about all the moves, but the evidence proves they come back for it. There's evidence back about, 1 to 6, 1 to 9, 1 to 9, 1 to 3. No, it was a bit, but that was the turnaround, so we had a big stop loss on that. 1 to 8. That. So that will be my area of interest today. We've already had the big push in the 18 bar, so that's possibly the low for the day because we've already had a substantial move. You could possibly jump, follow it, ride it up, but who's to know it doesn't get to here because that falls into the 88 of the day, but that falls into the 71 of yesterday. So I'd always pick the one after yesterday, learning a lesson from this pair, the GJ. I went for that when I'd got 2 down here. So instead of picking the closest one that's going to hit sooner, pick the furthest one that's going to take the longest. And if I'd have actually picked that one, I'd have woke up in profit. But I took a 1% loss because I took the easy way, the short way. It's a lesson learned, won't happen again. So yeah, we're looking at possible 1 to 5 on the GJ this morning. The GC. Okay, so where are we? Right, all these don't need to be here now because they've hit. Sorry, I like to keep everything. Right, and that's my fib. So what line are we at? We're at the 71 of the month. This is the 71 of the month there. Okay, so what's this? That's the 50% there. Yeah, so that's good. That's a nice setup, that. Coming back to the 50% for the month. It's also sitting on 71, 88 of yesterday. It's an engulfing setup. It's a really nice piece of play, that. Obviously, you've got your engulfing, small green, big red. You're sitting within the 88 and 71. You're at the 50, it's literally sat on the 50% of the month. It's a lovely setup, that. Lovely. Your stop loss would be there, but I'm going to cover the high for the previous day just to give me that little bit of breathing space. And I'll possibly, when I do my risk to reward, I'd round that up to 20. Still leave it set on here at 17, but when I place my trade on the MT4, I'd put that up to 20 just to give me that three bit pad at the top. You're still looking at a 1. Let me just put that to 20. I'm still looking at a 1 to 6 but I always round my pips up. My stop loss, I always put that up to the nearest 0 or 5 or the GN. Same again. We had a lovely move yesterday. Absolutely lovely move yesterday. Straight out of New York. Broke all that structure there. Some lovely break. Back down. We came up. We took this back. We dropped. We are under the low of the month. Let me just move that. That's the low of the month. And that one's going at midnight. Lock it off. Okay, so what have I got on here? That can go. Okay. Look at that. You can't write it. That falls smack bang on the 88 of the previous day's trading. This here will be the 88 for the month. Oh no, yeah, sorry, look, 88. So that's the 71 of the month, just up there. So you have a very good chance during today that you'll possibly get. There is a 31 pip stop loss on that. But even if it comes down to the previous low of the day, you're looking at a 8.6. I did, and that's the G pairs for today. I had Bitcoin ping while I was asleep last night. Let me just show you this. Okay, so this line here pinged for me last night after we had that big push. Okay, let me look. Let me get in. I actually marked this candle up the other day. Okay, so it would have been, was I in the 5 minute? Let's drill into the 5. See what I put that candle on. Need this up to go. Oh, come on. Here we go. There you go. You see that? Obviously, we had that big push. I'm guessing when that business bought that £1 billion worth of Bitcoin, that would be classed your last down before the up move, because you've come to a new support. You see that? It's supporting itself. And then it's pushed off and created a new. But you could class that as your last down. Let's see where, right. So that's your last down before the up. It is an engulfing because it is just that bit prouder than it. Stop loss would be under that candle there. Just to go. Just stopping with a woman. You can't write it. Right, so that would have been on there. That would have covered your stop loss. This is just from literally seeing a push and a break, setting a pending, walking away. See now that you're currently sitting at a 1 to 4 from something that happened 2 days ago. You're still in, it's just poked out of my 18 bar range. You could possibly see there's a nice set there. There's a nice set there though. See that? It's the one before it. No, that's all true. That's nice, nice, nice. Let's just tuck that back there anyway. That there looks lovely. Get a small green, big red. Unless something really lovely lines up today, I'm not trading today. I'm just going to do my videos and then have a day with the family today. I've been a bit here and there, obviously, with having breakthroughs here and there last week. I always put my fib whichever way. Hang on. Whichever way the market's set off. So it's set off going, yeah, no, it's set off going up. So let me, easier just to delete it. See, it's set off up. So I always put my fib the way the market sets off. And then I know this doesn't have specific trading hours, but I like to have a nice tidy chart so I can see what's going off. That's to midnight. And what I'd possibly look to do now, we've got that. What's that? Fib. Monthly fib. Top of the monthly fib. But we've broke. See how we broke here? We broke here. Well, it's not come back to get that yet. So that would be that's where I'd be looking today. With the Bitcoin. Sign alarm on that one. Short position, 12 o'clock. Up to 12 o'clock. Then just till I come back later, that can go to the low. Oh, possible 1 to 13 on Bitcoin there this morning. Well, today, over the day in general. Quick look at gold. For all the gold lovers out there. This. Okay. Big day yesterday. Let's go back to 15 cents. Okay, so that's gone. We've had that back. Just didn't make that one. So there is something down here still for him. I like the look of that. That's nice. And as we have been going down, could possibly see if it doesn't come up for there, you've got a very decisional area, but it is Trent. We are. Have I even got a monthly one on here? I have. So for the month, we've just bounced back above the 88. So you broke this back down. Could have got a little one out of that move. And we've broke that. So yeah, I'd still be looking for it to come down. So it could possibly come and take that back, which will break, retest, and then hopefully up to the moon. So let's chuck some lines on, see what I like the look of. If that was to break through now, this would be where I'd be looking. As it's not broken, we're still coming down. That would be me for gold. I mean, you've got that one there, which would keep in with the like to see it break. But like I was saying before, always pick the one furthest away. It got me yesterday. So regardless if it doesn't hit, you could always set an alarm here at the inward move. There's no saying you can't put a line, set an alarm and come to it and see what happens. But me personally, after yesterday, I won't be taking the inward trade. It's always going to be the out, always. I know it's a 1% loss, but at the end of the day, it's a loss. I know they happen, but if I can minimize them by eliminating certain processes out of basically chasing the pounds, that, because I'm bringing everything closer. Um, 12. Stop loss just above for a possible drop back down. There is a nice banker set up there, but I like to keep everything tidy so it can go to the bottom of yesterday's fib. Lock it off. Get my prices started the day going up, so I'll always put my fib that way. And as I come to my computer through the day, just before New York, I'll move my fib up. But possible 1 to 21. Following the rules, you've got a nice engulfing setup. Got your alarm set. Alarm set. Stop loss is set. I've not been into US 30 for a couple of days, so I'll rejig all that and then come back to it. But yeah, that's today's watch list, guys. GU 1 to 7. GA 1 to 6. 1 to 6. 1 to 5. 1 to 6. 1 to 8. So even if one of them comes in today and all the others don't, I'll still be up. If I'd put every single one of them trades on and only one of them came in, I'd still be up for the day. Not too shabby, eh? So yeah, that's pre-market for 30th of the 3rd. This has been Shane Carlisle, Smart Money Trading. Hope to see you on the next one. Bye for now, guys.